Here's an overview of the Customer Rewards plugin and how it integrates into Infusionsoft in order for you to notify customers, yourselves, send a present or a reward to a customer depending upon what sort of a spend they have through the Infusionsoft system. So this is an Infusionsoft admin screen. If you go down here, you'll see that there are two additional menu items. There's the Infusionsoft API plugin. All this does is enable the Customer Rewards plugin to access Infusionsoft using the app name and the key. I'm not going to click on here because that's just going to expose the key to people, which is a security issue. The Customer Rewards plugin comes up and has several different fields. There's a total field, which is a custom field inside of Infusionsoft associated with each contact record, where we're going to sum the total amount of money they've spent based upon transactions in Infusionsoft. There are two types of triggers. There's an action set and a tag, which means based upon certain ranges, or when people spend within certain ranges, the customer plugin will tag the customer with a specific tag, or it will call a specific action set. The way I've configured this here is it's going to be sending up a tag, and that tag is associated with an Infusionsoft campaign that's going to take some action based upon that. In this case, we've defined it to be 4 different levels. These can be price ranges or spend ranges as you like. This is the way it was set up for this client's configuration. But typically what you do is you set this to be like, let's say 1,000. When people cross over from 1,000 to maybe 5,000, they hit level 1 in their spend. When it's 5,001 to 10,000, hit level 2. Maybe 10,001 to 15,000, they hit level 3, and on up the line. These are 2 HTTP calls that Infusionsoft will be making. I'll be showing that in another part of the video so that you know how the 2 integrate. But the configuration here is just, this is the custom field where we're going to be storing the total, and these are the different levels where we're going to be taking action based upon the customer's spend. Over here we have Infusionsoft. This is the one that's corresponding to this WordPress site. I'm going to go over into the campaign builder, and there are 2 campaigns that we've built. I've called them Customer Reward Send Out Reward and Customer Reward Send Out Reward Wait. So this is going to be sending things out. This one is going to be providing a wait that's going to keep us from sending too many rewards out. One thing that can be done with this sequence is you can integrate with sendoutcards.com using Internet Automator, and what that enables you to do is you send a card out when someone hits a certain spend level. Could be a congratulation or whatever, but maybe when they hit level 2 or level 3, you send them a box of cookies, you send them some other sort of thing, and SendOutCard provides that feature. Another thing that you can consider doing is maybe notifying someone on your team when someone crosses over to the next level so that they can take some sort of an action. It could be a phone call, it could be inviting them out for lunch, just something that pushes them along the sales process, or asks them for referrals, or does some sort of upsell activity. You can also possibly assign a task to someone so that they know to do something when people cross over that threshold. But the thing is that you want to wait, because you don't want to, if someone spends very consistently and from one week to another month crosses from level 1, 2 to 3, you don't want to be sending them a card so frequently. It just looks a little pretentious or odd or whatever. So the wait enables you to delay any rewards from being sent out unless they happen like let's say maybe 4 months apart, 6 months apart, depending upon your industry, your relationship with your clients, and how you want to interact with them. So first, let's go over the send out rewards campaign. In here, this is one that starts with a click here. I'm going to publish this just because we were making changes a little earlier and not everything got published. So when we click here, you'll see that when hit level 1, 2, 3, or 4, which corresponds with this here, occurs, this campaign is called. I'll talk about how this plays into delay rewards from going out very frequently in a moment. So this is just traffic copying between someone who needs to wait, and I'll show you how we wait, or someone that doesn't need to wait. So if the first hit comes in, it'll go down this path. If immediately thereafter or before the wait expires, a second hit comes in, it goes up this way, and it signals to the other campaign that in some period of time they need to go back and schedule the next reward level to go out. So this here just has a debug tag. I use this to make sure I understand what's happening. But here is the first, I like to say, traffic cop fork in the road. So if they hit level reward 1, we want to make sure if they've hit level reward 1 and not hit level 2, we want to send them reward 1. If they're in hit level 2, which means they haven't hit level 3, and I've got to do both of these because I don't want level 3 to signal level 2. Here's another one. If it's hit level 3 and not level 4, we know that it's level 3. And finally, they hit level 4. If you want to add additional levels, you're going to have to say hit level 4 and does not contain hit level 5, and then you add another decision to this diamond to handle that. So these next sequences, this is hit level 1 here. So these are actually very simple. Right now all they're doing is applying a tag. Right here is where you would send out the email to Internet Automator to contact sendoutcards.com, but you can also assign a task. You can send out an email to yourself, whatever action you want to take based upon what activity happened, based upon which level they attained. So hit level 2, it's another tag. Hit level 3 is another tag, and again, these are just individual tags so that we know sent them level 3 reward. The last thing we have in here is this important sequence which helps coordinate between this campaign and the wait campaign. So the first thing we want to do is we remove the delay completed send reward, which is the one at the very beginning of this campaign. So we want to make sure it's off so that the next time someone sets this campaign gets called. We don't want to in Infusionsoft, a tag has to go from off to on, or from unset to set, in order for a campaign to execute. So that's why this is turned off. And then this is the tag that calls the wait routine, so the wait campaign. So I'm going to go back now, and we're going to look now at the wait campaign. The wait campaign starts with the tag, and I'm going to publish this because we made some minor changes a little while ago. So now you can see that this tag, customer reward, send them something lately, is the tag that we ended the other one with. So as soon as that finishes, it puts it into a wait. This is a delayed. Now, because we've been testing, I've actually put a 15-minute wait, but typically this is going to be something more like maybe 4 months, because you don't want to have, if you're using send out cards, you don't want these messages to go out so frequently. I'm going to set this up so it happens on weekdays only. It starts at let's say 8 o'clock, so that if it does go off on, let's say, a Saturday, and we're sending out an email, it's sent on a Monday and not over the weekend. But this can be adjusted based upon how you think it should work. So I'll click there, I'll publish again. Now this decision box, what it does is it detects to see if a second hit in the first campaign has happened, if someone went down this path. Because if someone went out this path, it means they crossed over into another level, but it happened during the wait period. So we've come up and created this tag. This tag is called schedule a future reward. So if the wait campaign exits the wait and it has the schedule a future reward set, it's going to go and take some action. It's going to call the first campaign again to make sure that that next level reward is sent. Otherwise, it's sent to do nothing, and the do nothing comes up and it turns this flag off, or this tag off, so that future calls will occur. And then it comes up and calls, oh, this is just a debug. So we just set this so that we know we've been through here. So nothing really happens. But if a future one has to go out, we want to remove the tags. We want to get rid of schedule a future reward because we don't want that to happen a second time. And we call the other routine, the other campaign. We wait 15 minutes because I was having some errors or some conflicts occur if you remove these tags and then called the other campaign too quickly. So I just threw in a 15-minute wait just to avoid any issues. And then this comes up and it calls delay completed, send rewards. So I've waited 4 months between the last time we called a reward happen and now a second level was achieved. So we want to make sure we take care of that. So that forces this campaign to execute. Through here. So if someone comes in the first time with hit level 1, they'll go down this path and they'll likely go here the first time. If they hit level 2 while they're in the wait, it'll go through here, set that flag which tells the wait campaign to send it back here, but only after the delay has expired. So then when it does expire, because the flag was set in here, it knows to signal this to start again. This tag is really what executes thing, and then it goes down this path going through this at the second level, and then it starts all over again with a wait. So that in a nutshell is how this campaign works. The one other thing that is worth mentioning or showing is that let's see, I've got a test. There it is, Anna, who's one of the test contacts. And what you'll find in here is, first of all, here are the tags that are set. When I was testing, she hit level 1, level 2, level 3, which means we sent them level 1, level 2, level 3. There was a delay in there, but the delays were removed because that's part of the way those campaigns work. The other thing worth showing is under, I think it's custom fields. No, it's under, oh, behaviors. There is a lifetime total spent, and what this is where this is the connection, this is the field that's connected to here. So every time a transaction happens in Infusionsoft, this field is updated.